Hey, Kliq This fans, want to get closer to the show than ever? Join Kliq This TV. Kliq This TV offers early commercial-free access to wrestling's hottest podcast, plus live audience tapings of their show every friggin' week. Head to KliqThisTV.com now and get inside the show that's just too sweet.
The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
You know, Kev, somebody, I want to read a comment about the, let me see.
What, CTE?
No. Stud Bourbon said, I noticed the intro. Why is Nash picking up Ellen in his convertible? I guess that. And I noticed that in that little cartoon version, I'm about the same size as The Rock today. If you've seen pictures of the weight loss.
I'm worried about him.
Well, he looks good there. I don't know. I'm so confused. So the thing I read about from him was that this was for acting parts. That's the quote.
And then the result, if you Google it, that he sat down with his cardiologist and he's suffering from heart disease.
And acting parts. I would think that the heart disease would take precedence.
Yeah.
Because you have to be alive.
My whole thing is this.
In the film.
So they're stating that he lost the weight to play Kerr in the Smashing Machine.
Right.
I watched the trailer.
He was wearing prosthetics.
But
so why lose the weight?
But he didn't lose the weight. He's big.
But I heard that some of that was prosthetics.
Why would you wear prosthetics? That doesn't make sense.
Let me get a quote. Here. I don't want to be.
He was wearing prosthetics on his face.
I was under the impression that some of it was.
You can't wear prosthetics and fucking grapple. There's no prosthetics there.
Hold on. Johnson lost 60 pounds and used prosthetics and a wig to look more. Okay, so I guess they were talking about the face.
Yeah, he lost 60. He didn't lose 60 pounds.
This is according to Daily Mail.
Well, fuck the Daily Mail. I'm looking at him right there. He didn't lose 60 pounds. That.
Just for the end?
He's doing the exact same thing Dave did. Dave just doesn't want to carry that fucking bulk anymore. You get to a fucking age and you're just like, fuck this. And especially if your cardiologist tells you, dude, you're taking years off your life. If you have $800 million fucking dollars, the last thing you want to do is fuck with your health.
Now, is there anything in, I'm going to be careful, athletics that is contributing to this? Is it size? Is it working out?
I think that Dwayne's issue is his fucking genetics. I think fucking his ancestry, they had heart issues.
Oh, well. And carrying the extra muscle, because I mean he was big, but he was in very good shape. I don't imagine his cholesterol was through the roof.
That's not obtainable to carry that much size and in that kind of condition without being. You're not on TRT. I'm on TRT. I get a cc of testosterone a week.
Okay.
I'm not. I could not fucking be 330 pounds on a cc of testosterone.
So if you were to drop, what weight did they put him at? Around 300, I think, right? I read
Well,
somewhere.
he was probably I think Dwayne was probably, as the final boss, probably 285 ish, 280. So which would make him 220 right now, which at 6'3", 220 is still a big guy. Like, that's not a small guy. So I look at his face, and the face looks like it's taking a beating. Like that picture is see that?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
pull it up a little bit more.
What am I specifically looking at?
Look at the sunkenness of the eyes. You have to put a side by side picture. You got to put him as the fucking final boss, and then put him there, and tell me fucking that's just I mean, that scares me.
Mm.
I hope Dwayne's okay. Look at that face. What, that one movie fucking aged him 5 years? And he wants to do another one?
Mm. That could also be a horrible picture.
Well, but the lines in his face are deeper. His eyes are set deeper, yet his face appears thinner there than in the other photograph.
The other, for those of you listening, we're looking at a recent picture of Rock after the weight loss, and then one of him exiting the ring, WWE ring last year. I guess that was that photo.
It doesn't even look like him there.
All right, so when he was in WWE. So the weight loss, they're saying 60 pounds. I don't know, whatever it is.
I can imagine that he lost 60 pounds. I just don't think it was for the movie.
Right.
I mean, fuck, I didn't train for...
I was going to ask you this.
3 months at all when I tore my bicep and my shoulder, because I was like, I wasn't going to go through this shit again and go back too soon. I got the stem cells.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Bio Accelerator, for fucking saving my life. I lost 20 pounds.
If you had to keep working out, though, because I'm assuming he continued to work out as he was losing the weight, right, for the future films that he's talking about. How long would that take? Because you're still working out, right? So you're still training your muscles. You're still getting a pump. But what are you losing? Like, what regimen would he have had to do to drop 60 pounds and still stay fit after having been that fucking big a year ago? 8 months ago.
Drop the fucking anabolic doses.
Is it all cardio? Is it?
No, it's fucking...
Your exasperation with me. I'm asking a layperson's question.
Well, for somebody that has never worked out a day in their fucking life, it's like talking fucking mechanics to me.
I'm asking questions that many of the other audience members who are like me might have.
Go to the fucking gym.
If we were two fucking
you
gym rats, it would be far less interesting. Somebody has to represent the people. I'm the man of the people.
You're okay. Well, the people that don't work out
and I've worked out before. I've worked out before.
People that take shortcuts. Okay.
Exactly. Oh, you're talking about my shots. That's
yeah. He number one, I know that he's an absolute musclehead.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
I mean, he loves to work out.
Yeah.
He lives to work out.
This is what I'm talking about.
So you're not going to drop 60 pounds in this just he showed up in Venice and it was like bam. Nobody has seen him before that? Like, where has he been? Was he that third fucking astronaut up there they couldn't get back? I mean, where the fuck has Dwayne been? To lose that much weight that quickly.
These in baggy suits, it might be less obvious with the way you dress if you're not wearing tight clothes. Like I'm looking at a picture here from Daily Mail. I think it was the one that Steve brought up before of him in the suit, and
That's a fucking different human being.
this what that picture is. But the thing I'm looking at from Daily Mail, he's in a suit, and it's a little tougher to tell.
Okay, well, let's just go on that one there.
Yeah, well, I know that's drastic. I don't know the difference in time between those, but maybe he'd been slowly slimming down for the film roles, and then
Well, the film he's put the picture of him in the smashing machine next to the one on the left.
right.
That's the key. Now put that one to the one next to the left. He looks like Orton in that.
He does kind of look like Randy Orton. He looks like the love child of Mark Merrow.
Can
and
you do
Randy
that, Steve?
Orton.
Can you put them side by side?
He might be making it,
Well,
but
just say yeah. I'm making it.
that would have been. That would have been
Thank you.
from when he's shooting that.
Right.
That would have been a year at least, right?
At least.
Now I feel like when we saw him on Raw, it was probably about maybe that. I'm thinking of it because he had the vest and stuff. And
It was still, his fucking arms were huge.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know, but
I do.
it's an it's an accomplishment, and for him to have stayed fit, and particularly because you're saying that
We
he was
don't know
such-
that he's fit because he's in a suit.
But you're talking about him being a gym rat and obsessed with fitness. So I don't think he would drop the weight without trying to stay toned.
What if you're an AFib?
And you can't work out?
You can't work out.
Well, if that's the case, then
And you got cardiac problems.
I guess you got to go cold turkey. I'm not a cardiologist, but I'm guessing that the strain of pumping the weight.
No, the other one, the muscle.
Slide it over. The one where he's showing his muscles, and then the one where he's got his
jacked.
Yeah. We're looking at the timeline of.
There's no that's not the comparison we want. Just put the fucking diesel fucking belt thing up there.
the diesel ring,
Yeah, put the diesel ring and the fucking
diesel Hall of Fame ring.
and the belt fucking gimmick.
Your ring. I want to show you your ring in a minute after I get this
Wait,
final
no,
look. Okay,
there.
So okay.
Okay, now that's not a difference of 60 fucking pounds.
But today, could it be a difference of 60 pounds? I don't know what he weighs today, but that picture.
I'm just saying, he fucking the storyline that I fucking knew Mark Coleman very well. I knew this whole era of guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever remember Kerr being fucking 220. I don't ever remember looking at him and saying, "Wow, he's fucking not jacked."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so it's Dwayne's fucking, I mean, and he's got great genetics. His fucking father was a fucking hoss.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got great black genetics from his father, and he's got those amazing Samoan genetics. if you fucking happen to have, like, anybody that watched the Paris pay-per-view and watched Roman Reigns walk to the ring and didn't say, wow, that's a fucking pro wrestler. I want to wear 2 lava lavas down to the fucking ring.
Yeah, you look good.
I mean,
He always has, though. I mean, Roman's one
yeah,
of those
but
cats
he's
that.
yeah, but I mean, he's one of those guys that can tune it up, man. And just his fucking he gets that waist small. He gets that waist below his belly button. He gets that fucking almost like a wasp. Like he's able to fucking His coloring was great.
There are just those guys that they look like a wrestler. I don't know how else to say it.
Well, he looked like a fucking Samoan Greek god.
Yeah, but taking all the athletic world, the world of athletics, I should say, into account, you could look at a football player. I mean, he might be a football player. He might be a baseball player, depending on what position you're looking. If you're looking at a lineman,
I think
he's a lineman.
you make that assessment with Bronson Reed. He looks like a football player.
He looks like a football player. But there are some guys that look like a wrestler because you've got the size is important. You have to be physically impressive. Look like a superhero, but you've got to be lithe. You have to move your body in ways.
The only 2 people to me that are in that category right now are Drew McIntyre.
Drew, I was going to say Drew, yeah.
And Roman, where they're physically very and Bronson Steiner.
He's got, because he's squat, so he looks like maybe like amateur an amateur style.
But he was a fucking running back. He ran like a 4.2 40.
Where did he play?
Kennesaw State. He got picked up by he called me and we talked, and he was being offered to be on the taxi squad.
Right.
To be, to play, and he said, "What do you think about wrestling?" And I said, "Let me give Paul a call." So I gave Paul a call, and they had him come down for a tryout, and he was signed immediately.
Wow.
So he was looking at probably making 65, 70 in the NFL with pads and getting hit. So
yeah. All this talk about
he ain't making 60. Let's go back to this because
Rock.
Let's go back to fucking
Ellen
Roman.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let's go back to Paris. Let's cover the fucking. I thought it was weird that the optic or the graphic that they showed was a Van Gogh painting. Did you notice that? And Van Gogh only lived in Paris for 2 years. I mean, he painted like 200 paintings when he was there, but
only you would know that he was only there for 2 years.
He lived there for 2 years. I mean, the Van Gogh Museum's in fucking Amsterdam.
You should have called Paul. What the fuck would he have said if you? Paul, I got a problem.
Paul, I got a problem with this fucking backdrop. Why didn't you use fucking Monet? No, but so the show starts.
Can I just say something about Roman before we cover the show? Because we're going to go in. But speaking about Roman and his entrance and talking about The Rock also, body type. So
right.
I think Rock back, not talking about the current weight loss or anything, Rock back had that similar, Rock in the past had that similar type of lithe but big, could be athletic but could pick you up and throw you 6 rows over there. And I wonder how much hydration plays into the working out and the muscle retention and everything. And I wonder that because I'm holding DRIPDROP, Kev, which you said you are, since our Kliq this dosage that we got, you are going to drop.
They have it at Publix.
You're dropping the credit card or well, they have it at Publix, but our special offer, they won't get at Publix. What I'm holding here, these are hydration packs, folks, and we're talking 3 times the electrolytes, 10 vitamins and nutrients in these packs. I have a pack of watermelon, lemon, lime, peach, and passion fruit. This is the classic variety. Kev, yours is a little different. I think you have cherry in yours. And
I have cherry lemonade. The orange is my favorite. It's just orange, and that's the one I went and bought.
And yeah, so this is lemon lime. I have the passion fruit that I'm rocking right now. And what the hell am I talking about? We're talking about packs of proven fast hydration, instant. Okay, 3 times the electrolytes, half the sugar. I have actually a 0 sugar, which is available. You know, you look at the leading sports drinks. I don't have to say the names in the stores. Turn them over. See how much sugar you're getting in those, okay? DRIPDROP is breakthrough hydration formula backed by science, which is why it's trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, athletes, actually 90% of top pro and college sports teams. A lot of electrolyte powders out there, but I have not tried one that works as well or tastes as good. Listen, I'm not going to mess around here. Taste is important to me. I'm a food addict, right? So they have 8 0 sugar options for you guys to get your hands on, okay? And flexible subscription options, so you're never going to be stuck without proven fast hydrations. Right now, and Kev, this is the deal I'm talking about, our podcast listeners are going to get 20% off their first order if they go to DRIPDROP.com and use the promo code KLIQ, K-L-I-Q, that's DRIPDROP.com, promo code KLIQ for 20% off. Use that promo code. Thank you, DRIPDROP. I do love the DRIPDROP.
Mixes well with my workout drink. But I have it with my oatmeal in the morning, the orange. It's like my orange juice.
Ah, excellent.
So I get no carbs, but like that orange flavor, but I'm getting hydration.
So other than the Monet gaffe,
Okay.
what were your observations of Clash in Paris?
In '93, when I joined the WWF, we ran Europe extensively because we couldn't draw fucking shit in the States. So a lot of times I would come down to the ring in the semi-main event as Shawn Michaels' bodyguard. But I would open the show with a match against like 1, 2, 3. Like me and Sean Waltman had like a string of matches. And every place we went, it was the same thing, but even more so because there wasn't the internet. So they were seeing you live for the first time because the television wasn't as strong. So it was, and you would go there, they'd have the horns that like, you could have sat in the ring for a half hour and not touched and had the people.
Wow. Okay.
And which is great, you know, so I turn on the pay-per-view and I'm going to watch it fucking in real time. And it's amazing. The electricity in the building's amazing. It's a giant fucking building that they built for the Olympics. So it holds 30,000 plus. And see, I'm one of those people that's so anal that I'm pissed off because I know that they put the red, the white, and the yellow squares on people's fucking chairs and made them hold them. So we had the French flag in the background.
Yes.
Of hard camera.
Yes.
I would have been the guy that would have thrown that fucking thing. I would have thrown that like a fucking pizza box. But see, I'm just that guy. And I would have got everybody around me to do it, so there would have been a big fucking gap. For what you're paying for those tickets, you want me to do what? So
representing.
yeah,
It
right.
It was pride.
Yeah. So Roman comes down and puts his finger up, and I think I have a mini stroke because 30 minutes later, he's still putting his finger up and they haven't touched.
But the crowd's hot.
The crowd's hot, but I think I think that the 30,000 people there shouldn't dictate what the fucking millions of people that are watching the thing are doing. When it's a heavyweight championship fight and Mike Tyson's fighting Lennox Lewis, there's the hoopla as they go to the ring. They get into the ring, and the fucking Michael Buffer grabs the microphone and says, in the blue corner, in the red corner, ding, ding, fight. It's not a half-hour fucking bullshit thing back and forth. And it's like, I thought that they had a solid match, but at that point, I'm so exhausted from the nothingness that started the show. And that's where, if you're going to do that, you got to have McAfee there.
So that you're at least listening to...
You got to have somebody that's so high energy and that's so off the hook, because I love Wade. I think he's a great fucking color guy. The only thing with Wade is everybody that gets in the ring is the best ever. Like, not everybody is the greatest ever. And it's just like...
For as long as some of these entrances are now.
Oh, my God.
But Kev, I don't even know that whoever you put on color can make it come across.
But you can't...
Because there's a lot of yelling.
You're letting the fucking crowd call the match.
Yeah.
That was 101. They fucking... You grab a rear chin and they say boring, fucking enchant it, you motherfuckers.
Cinch in.
We'll wait you out.
Right.
Like, fuck you. But this is the opposite now. It's this, and I can just see Paul sitting in fucking Gorilla in the moment going, this is fucking amazing. Because he's one of us. He's so fucking pissed off that he's not in his fucking gear on fucking in the Gorilla to go out next. Because I am at home. I'm like, God, I would love to fucking walk that fucking, be out in front of that fucking energy.
Yeah.
There's no drug on earth like that. So you can't fucking blame the guys, but at the same time, the pace of the fucking show, I mean, I found myself at one point actually with the 8-pack of crayons coloring, sitting in my fucking, in front of my television. And it was just too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think what does start to happen, though, too, in addition to sitting there bored after a few minutes, because you're not... All right. If it's the fourth match and we've sat through that 3 other times,
right,
there's zero effect. So maybe you're riding with them a little bit as you're watching on TV, but you're...
I don't think you start with Roman. You start with a fucking... You go out there and start the show with a fucking high spots car crash to fucking give the people, you keep as much of it, you don't go outside, you don't use chairs, you don't use steps, you fucking go out there and you fucking the first match is to warm the people up. It's not to fucking exhaust them.
Yeah.
So when the main event comes out, fucking they're like, fuck this, I'm sorry. You know, I can only come twice.
And it never, like you're saying, if something in the ring happens off the jump to mirror that energy, well, now I'm a participant in it because I'm watching and the camera's real close. I'm actually, I would argue, more of a participant now with the in-ring than the people in the audience. They were running the show for the entrance and part of the chant and everything. But now they're watching the wrestlers who are this big in the ring. But I'm right there now because of the cameras. So, yes, if you can start hot.
That crowd, you're not that far away.
Well,
you're in a basketball arena.
You're a distance anyway.
Yeah, but it's not like you're in a
unless
fucking
you paid
football.
$1,000.
It's not like you're in a football stadium.
Unless you paid $3,000 or $4,000, I don't even know what
you've got those monitors and shit. Now I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is by the time you get to the main event, and fucking CM Punk goes to set up for his finish, and you know that he's not going to beat Seth because it's just not going to happen, and you're waiting, and then all of a sudden you see another ball shot, which I guess the ball shot is the new fucking, I don't know. And then it turns out to be Becky,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just like, okay. You know.
Right. Did the entire event, I was going to ask you, leave you empty because, I mean, we had no title changes?
I felt, would it have hurt the fucking, the absolute programming if LA Knight would have fucking went over?
Would it have hurt the programming? I mean,
the booking, I mean, like, he worked his ass off. He fucking, I mean, he had some great shine. Like, you can always, I remember when Lex was fucking red hot.
Mm-hmm.
And we fucking went in and we just told Eric, we said, like, we were at Auburn Hills and nobody was supposed to beat Hogan until Sting.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like Lex was red fucking hot. It was time. Like, we couldn't fucking wait. So we fucking talked him into fucking putting the belt on Lex for a short little run to fucking just to break the monotony.
And it would have been unpredictable.
And you wouldn't have had a fuck finish that you have every fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
What Dom and fucking and AJ on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have? El fucking Magnifico fucking sneaks down El Americano, whatever the fuck his name is.
Right.
Ludwig.
Right.
And he goes down and so AJ fucking makes the comeback. Dom's in the middle of the ring and the referee knows that he's down. AJ's waiting for him. He's going to fucking do his signature move. The only place that referee should be looking is at AJ. Because he's fucking standing. He knows where Dom is. Now, if Dom reaches and grabs him, all that does is fucking tell him he needs to push him away so he can watch. And fucking the referee gets buried because the fucking El Americano guy fucking pulls fucking AJ's. Then he fucking goes to dart, realizes he's going to fucking bury the ref even worse. So he kind of sits on the ring post by the steps. And then the 1, 2, 3 goes down. Dom hits the fucking splash. And the guy fucking just stands up between the fucking ring and the fucking announce table like, hey, I'm out here in a fucking mask and I'm not Gable. Like, is the referee that fucking stupid?
Okay, I want to ask you a question about that. You bring up something very good. The referee in professional wrestling has long been a tool that they use for different...
Yes, I completely agree. You have made him a tool.
But I'm going to ask you, how should wrestling treat the ref? In all other athletics, it is the respected...
Consistency. You can't fucking... I've said this my entire life in this business. You have to fucking have a fucking box that this game is played. And when you pick up the fucking game and you open it up and you read the rules on the inside of the box, the rules are A, the referee cannot fucking do this, this, and this because he pulls what happened with AJ, and then 2 weeks from now, fucking they'll send a fucking referee down the fucking chute on a full sprint saying, no, 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 no. That's not what we're doing because he, who 2 weeks ago was standing between the fucking is now in the front row. Like, you got to have some consistency. It's like watching Major League Baseball. I can't watch Major League Baseball because they've got the fucking computer graphics so tight on the strike zone, and I watched the fucking umpire basically miss fucking 60% of the calls.
Right.
And then they fucking, as soon as you fucking turn and say, motherfucker, that was 3 balls in a row you called strikes, they fucking throw Boone out of the game playing at Houston the other night. I'm like, what the fuck?
So you're invalidating
yeah.
the role of the official.
Now, there would be one thing if, like, in somewhere in my life, I saw like an automobile accident and there wasn't EMT there, but there was referees. Because that was always the thing. When somebody got injured, the referees would come down. It was never fucking a doctor. There was never a board. It was just clear out because 4 referees are circling over this injured guy. And then we'll go to commercial break and he'll just vanish.
Right.
You know, so now, I mean, they at least use the medical, but it's like, Jesus, I watched the referee get buried 4 times in two nights.
Right. Right.
And it's your job as part of the fucking finish that if the referee is out of position, you have got to draw him
For a finish.
Yes, you've got to draw him you've got to put his back to that fucking, to that fuck, that El Americano or whatever the fuck his name is, that Ludwig's going to do. It's your job to make sure that referee can't see that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sure as fuck, when you get done, don't fucking stand up between the ring and the fucking, you just sit where you're at. They're going to get fucking, you tell fucking somebody, give me a fucking cue when we're off the air. I'd get under the ring.
Mm-hmm.
At least fucking that way, when the referee goes, referee could go over there, look, and he'd be underneath the ring. Now he goes back, he gets out, goes through the crowd, and you protect the ref.
Right.
But when he stands between the fucking ring and the announce table, like,
there he is, yeah.
Hey, what happened to AJ? He was about to hit his finish. I don't know, maybe the fucking skinny guy in the fucking mask fucked him?
Right.
It's hard, man. And I know that 66-year-old, 35-year veteran pro wrestler Kevin Nash is not their demographic.
No, but what you're saying, you're talking logic, and it has nothing to do with what the fan base is. Who's responsible for the finish? Is it the agent that's given the match? Do they let the talent?
I don't know, because I'm not a part of the fucking ecosystem.
Right.
You can book something. And I remember when I had the pencil, I wasn't the booker, but it was my job to come up with storyline along with about 7 other people in the room. And in your mind, it was a masterpiece. And then you would watch a guy go out there and fuck up 2 spots, and it became a fucking bucket of shit.
Right.
And you know who gets blamed? The booking.
The writing room, yeah.
Yeah. Now, fucking, if you're a writer on a sitcom and the person keeps fucking up his lines, and the studio audience fucking goes home, whose fault is it? Is it the writers? No, it's a
No,
fucking
but-
actor that can't deliver the fucking line.
But what they'll say is it's a bad show. So then it reflects
Right.
badly on, yeah.
So
No, I get that.
So I made a statement about Becky Lynch, and I see that it's, people are telling me shut the fuck up. Some people agree. So
Monday night.
I watched the show last night
Mm-hmm.
because the whole Labor Day thing threw me into a tailspin. So Labor Day was Sunday still. So I watched it last night. No, we had a show tonight, and I already watched the Paris show, which I didn't. I thought that like I said, I didn't feel like it moved anything forward.
That was my point. And was it a stale show?
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was a. And then, so then we get to the point where they start the show with Raw, and Punk is sitting there. The Raw GM comes out and says, basically, I didn't get why. I guess he was explaining, in case there was somebody with a 60 IQ, that obviously fucking Punk was waiting at the fucking gate because that's where, Rollins was going to have to come in. But he told him that he could, needed to go inside and wait. He said, no, I'll just wait here. Okay, because this is the only way he can come in the building. So we go the whole fucking night, and we still have the main event left. And lo and behold, fucking Phil comes down and says, fucking, if we have to, fucking, I'll do a sing-along with it. And he's over, Number one, he comes to fucking, he's blessed to have fucking music that's been with him forever. It's like Cena, like two notes of fucking Punk's music. Some of the other guys, all the whoa, the fucking sounds like you're getting a massage with Enya playing in the background. These fucking guys that come down, but so Punk goes out and cuts a promo, which is he's great on the mic. I just don't understand that. I mean, I know Phil's probably 46, 48. I see these ads for that, like this guy and his daughter puts this shit underneath his eyes and they fucking make the bags disappear for like an hour and a half. Like maybe, I don't know.
It's out there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe just
The tightening cream.
Give it a shot, so you don't look like fucking. You just fucking somebody straightened you up in the park in Philadelphia and got you to the stage. But they do it, and then fucking Rollins, he wants Seth, and then Becky comes down.
Yes.
And it looked like she wasn't aware that she was going to be on the show because it looked like she went out and picked up her outfit at fucking TJ Maxx.
She had baggy jeans on, right?
Yeah, but not exactly. And it's just, so my whole thing is this. When Becky got over because fucking Jax fucking busted her open. And there was the fucking visual of this pretty red-haired girl, petite in nature, that was defiant and fucking no-sold it. And it was like, fuck yeah, like, and that's what made her. Like that's the persona that made her, and then she pushed it, and she got super over. And I think what has happened, and this is just my opinion, as is everything else, it's not, you're not an idiot if you don't agree with me. It's just my opinion that I don't think that Becky is the same woman she was when she got her fucking nose busted open, as she is now that she's went term with a child and as a mother, you lose that edge. You lose the hunger. You're fucking the person that's playing that part is no longer that same person.
You're not talking about the character. You're talking about
I'm talking
the person
about her as a human
underneath.
being.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes it looks very fucking pushed. And one thing about wrestling, man, is like if you fucking push something down somebody's throat, fuck, man, they'll regurgitate it, and they're fucking just. And when she went violent on Phil with the fucking smacking, and I felt like Phil was Deborah Winger and she was fucking Wes
Gere.
Hightower, and he was basically telling Sissy to pick up the cigarettes, an urban cowboy.
It's a good contemporary reference.
Yeah. I mean, it was like it felt so fucking gutturally fucking domestic abuse. I don't think that's like the kind of heat we want. It's almost like they block out if somebody says, "Eat a fat cock." They'll knock that cock out. You won't hear that.
Correct. They were getting rid of the fuck.
But if somebody fucking commits fucking domestic violence, that's okay. That's PG-13 because everybody knows mom gets smacked around the fucking kitchen or dad gets fucking nailed in the fucking head. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know about in Paris. Maybe they should have saved that for a Detroit show. Let me ask you a few questions based on what you...
Don't be fucking dissing Detroit.
Let me ask you a few questions.
Fucking Jersey. You got fucking...
We have some interesting people here, too. I'm not denying that. All right. Is this a good time for me to ask you some questions based on what you just said?
Sure.
Okay. If the segment was shorter...
Offense rests.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, can we... Your Honor, may I approach? So I'm watching this, and my impressions... I liked Becky in that segment. Now, this is before the striking, which, I mean, it had to go somewhere, right? So something had to happen. There were some close-ups. There were some, because God knows it went on long enough that they could get some good close-ups of both Punk and Becky.
They could have drawn their fucking faces with an Etch-a-Sketch.
All right, I'm going to get to the length in a second. But what I was watching as an actor, I appreciated the truth in their eyes. Now, what you said is interesting because you're saying you don't feel that's who was underneath that character. But I was very engaged by her in the close-ups. I just felt I could see into her eyes, and I could see that now he also is pretty consistently good in the close-up also. So I thought we had a very good acting scene there. Whether it was written well or not is a different story. But in performance, I believed them. If it was shorter, would your take have been different? Take the striking out of it for a second. If it was shorter, if it was boiled down to the necessary dialogue, if I turned that scene in one of my books, the editor would have sent it back.
Because I know what they're doing.
Tell me.
All they're doing is setting up AJ coming back.
Right. That's kind of the consensus. But why does the length of the segment matter? Just to draw it out and make her more of a... They think that would make her more of a heel?
If Kevin Nash... Okay, I was taught as a young, not even an adult, as a young man, that you never fucking argue with anybody that you can't fucking punch in the face. So you can't punch a woman in the face. So there's no reason to argue with her. You can't punch an old man in the face. There's no reason to argue with him. I would fucking have left the ring if it was real life. And when she tried to block me, I would fucking put my hands above my fucking head, and I would use my body weight to get to the ropes, and I would fucking exit the fucking ring. I'd leave her out there with her fucking coochie in her fucking hand, and you fucking take the mic. You can say whatever you want. I came here for your fucking husband. I didn't come to fucking see you. I didn't come to put up with your shit. I don't need to hear your fucking shit. Your husband's a fucking bitch. That's my point. I've said it. Now I'm leaving. I don't need another 12 to 14 minutes to set up an angle, whether it's going to happen or not, of you're going to pay for that putting your hands on me. She should have just fucking, if when he went to leave, she should have grabbed a fucking handful of his, he should have fucking 2 minutes back and forth, pickleball game, not fucking Wimbledon.
Right.
You know, pickleball game, back and forth. He fucking goes around her, and she fucking grabs his hair and fucking he's like stops. You get that picture of fucking Punk like, motherfucking, are you kidding me, bitch? He turns around and she fucking, if you're gonna fucking do it, fucking, and you're the man, fucking take one for the team, man. Let her put one on your fucking jaw. Half-ass shoot, half-ass work, let her throw a fucking shot. And then you fucking sell that, and she fucking gets up on you, and then like, you're the man, but you're going to smack me?
What was the head in the chest? Did you catch that?
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's just like,
thing.
Get the fuck, get away from that situation.
Yes, it's for believability's sake, yes.
And for
So if
fucking
they had done that-
and for the fucking crowd's sake, those people weren't fucking into that.
Hmm.
They were dead.
So again, if it were shorter, and then the exclamation point at the end, you're saying needed to be, if she's going to hit him,
Fucking hit him.
she's got to hit him with malice. Not
You
the,
fucking
the
did
white
the
glove
you
thing,
did you did what my number one pet peeve in fucking wrestling is. You go toe to toe with somebody, and then fucking the guy booking it says, and right there you fucking smack him. Oh, okay. So you're 6'1", and you got a 6'10" guy across from you that weighs 330 pounds, and if you've decided you're going to get a shot, because I remember, I'll go back to a fucking reference even before the Urban Cowboy.
Go ahead. Bela Lugosi.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, when Paul Newman fucking kicks Richard Keel in the fucking balls.
The Richard Keel reference. My money would not have been on that. I would have taken the 8.5 points on tonight's game before.
I'm going Richard Keel, fucking Paul Newman.
Remember, was it Moonraker? Was Richard Keel the bad guy in?
Yeah,
he was in
Jaws.
in a Bond movie. Jaws, right?
It was Jaws.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one of those things where you don't fucking smack somebody unless maybe you've got a glove on and you take it off and you smack him, because it's just such a disgrace. I mean, it's just like, I didn't fucking, it just did. I was like, God, like, and this is taking time from the main event?
Okay. So we know how you would have booked it. Becky as heel. Now I'm gonna harken back to what you said about she's a mom. You know, people change, they become a parent, etc. She referenced the child in the mother of his child, whatever she said.
But she also shot the footage that was on social media of the daughter and Seth on crutches to perpetrate that fucking fraud. But I guess we forget all these things, right? Because none of them fucking coincide.
Mm.
She's complicit in everything that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And now she has a fucking problem because she's got ill-fitting clothes on?
Too hard to make her a heel because of that?
No.
No?
I just don't think. I think you change in your career. You're not the man. You're definitely not the man anymore.
Okay. Going along with that heel face discussion, what about Cena? Now we're in babyface mode. I thought that, and I don't think I thought this would be possible back when we were talking about doing this final year as a heel. When's he going to turn? When's he going to turn? How are they going to do it? He turned, I thought, early. So I was like, well, we've seen him as babyface already. And then he was a heel. Now he's a babyface. It's going to lose steam on the way out. But I thought he was so strong that, and I thought the reaction too, obviously, being overseas. But I thought he was very strong that night. I thought Cena was maybe the star of the night
By far.
And
but
why are we buying? Why are we excited to see him the way we saw him for 20 years? And we got something exciting a few months ago, and now we're back to the old one. But it's still exciting.
Do you know why?
Tell me.
Because fucking Logan Paul is fucking great.
Interesting.
Logan Paul did all the athleticism. Logan Paul brought the fight to John. Like, Logan Paul could fucking carry could carry that fucking company.
Well, this is a statement. You think he could be as electric, as effective on the promo, as effective in the ring, get a reaction that a Hogan, that a
I'm
Nash,
not saying that.
That a Taker. Well, these are people that carried the company.
Different era.
Right.
Where's Damian Priest? Where's Drew McIntyre?
I don't know. I thought
where's Cody? People vanish. All you have to do is fucking Logan Paul showed me that night that I don't give a fuck if that was choreographed, painted by numbers, and Hurricane Helms laid the whole goddamn thing out and played Cena's fucking role for a week and a half. The thing is and I could see John fucking talking to him. I could see John calling shit throughout that fucking match to him. I've worked with John. I know how John works.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to fucking go out there, and he's not going to fucking go, we're doing this. Now, he might fucking do like me and Brett did, where we're going to do fucking 4 fucking periods of this match. Period 1 is this. These are the highlighted things we'll do. We'll call it out there. This is part 2. This is your heat. Part 3, and then 4 is the finish, and we go home in the aftermath. And we put that together, then we call it back and forth to each other, so we're on each other, because we're getting time cues, and back then you had to go off hard when you were the main event. So it's like I thought that fucking Logan Paul's, in my eyes, his fucking stock went up 300%. Those false finishes, I'm thinking like, I know that they're not going to fucking beat John.
Mm-hmm.
Yet it's like, fuck, man. Because John is fucking a master at fucking kicking out at 2.5. Without fucking tilting his head back and looking at the referee. I mean, just that fucking, he's a fucking pro.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And to me, like, I watched that, and that made it, everything else I had to put up with that night, with the chanting and fucking all the bullshit, it was like, it wasn't a fucking shit finish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But the psychology nowadays is, you know, it's like the Terminator. Like, how many times can you take each other's finishes before somebody, you know, gets the 3 count? You know, you give a guy your if I gave somebody 11 power bombs in a match, like I think after 3 I'd say, okay, well, obviously this fucking he's got a defense on it. He's fucking an armadillo. He's rolling up on me. I'm not catching this.
We try to hit him with a can, the back of the
I
head or something.
Hit him in the back of it, and then fucking go to the referee and say, if he tries to get a receipt, I'm pressing charges.
Right.
See.
And I say this because I know you consistently have the can of Mando available in your car. And when you pull in and they shoot that footage of you come to the arena,
boom,
you just be like that.
Smack him with that Mando.
Right over. And you know what? He probably wouldn't mind because there would be some residual drippage which would land on him. And
you could just spray his crotch.
Right. Well, yeah, but
just walk by and spray his crotch.
I don't know if that would incapacitate him enough to get the 3 count. But I'll tell you what it would do. Keep that crotch smelling dynamite and sweat control, because we're talking about Mando here. Fall's here, guys. What's fall? It's football season, yard work, hunting trips maybe. You're going to be outside, and staying fresh may be a challenge if you're given the physicality that we're talking about here. That's why you need to hear about Mando deodorant. From your pits to, everywhere else, Mando high performance odor control and sweat control lasts all day. All right, forget the colognes. There are a lot of people that position themselves as deodorants. They're just masking. They're just putting a scent on top of the body scent. Mando blocks the odor before it starts. I have the stick upstairs. I enjoy very much. The bourbon leather scent is unbelievable in the stick. And it's 1 stick, 2 jobs, all right? It's coverage through the double overtime games you may be sitting through, a weekend project, or maybe some extra long pre-holiday shifts. And 72 hours to control sweat and odor. Okay.
It could also be finishing legs and then realizing that you're late to your podcast and having to give yourself a spray just so you don't gag yourself out down.
So I guess that might have happened 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fucking my wife said to me, she goes, You've got your shit. You've got 15 minutes before it's 7 o'clock. And I just looked at it, I said, fuck, baby. I said, I walked over to the bookcase that has this another one of the sprays, and I just picked my fucking
shorts, opened the leg,
and just gave it a dousing. And she was just like, she goes, thank God we've been together for 38 years.
And Tam, thank God for Mando and the spray bottle, which has that opposable top.
Thank God for Mando, because I'm down here. I'd be throwing up.
You're beefing?
I was.
You were before the gimmick.
Jeez, man, I trained my ass off today.
Grab the spray. Grab the cream, which I had.
I trained my ass off so much today that fucking somebody said I look like Becky.
Oh my God. Well, this would last through Becky's next promo because it's 72 hours. Guys,
okay.
Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice. Grab the deodorant wipes. Those are tremendous. And maybe a body wash or something like that. Free shipping as well. So as a special offer to our listeners, new customers are getting 20% off site-wide with the exclusive code. Use the code KLIQ, K-L-I-Q, at shopmando.com, SHOPMANDO.com. Free shipping. And please support the show. They're going to ask them. They're going to ask you where you heard about us. So tell them click this. Mando's got you covered. Deodorant, sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains. Hello to long-lasting freshness. Thank you, Mando. I didn't want to get off the events of Monday and Paris because I had another goddamn court. About we were going to get into that. Oh, the 4-way. We didn't touch on this at all.
All right.
I asked you if the event left you a little stale. I think because this was a kind of another stock finish, right? Maybe a little bit of a surprise because of Becky. But you brought up an interesting point. What if it went to LA Knight? You couldn't keep it on him, though, right? So wouldn't everybody realize that this is really just kind of a temporary device to kind of shock and awe what happened in the ring? But that's not where the angle's going. Title on LA Knight. So wouldn't it kind of be a wasted night?
As opposed to where we're at right now?
All right, maybe it wasn't a stellar main event anyway, but you're generally not a fan of the multi-participant schmoz.
No, because there's somebody, fucking LA Knight, it was the chosen. Oh, there we go. Vincent Van Gogh, one of his 2 years in Paris, got that fucking down.
That was the yeet phase of his
that
painting.
was yes. It was. He. They said, "Hey, you're missing an ear." He said, "Yeet."
Starry yeet.
So, no. So he went for that fucking the elbow off the top, and he got cut off before he went for it the first time. I liked how they set it up because he got cut off. But he's a big fucking, he's like a 245, 250 pound guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he moves fucking good. And I still don't get the fucking attraction to brown leather in a black leather world, but I'm just going to go with that. He finally lost the fucking welding goggles. So
he did, but it distinguishes him. You see, you're mentioning it, so you've noticed it. It gets him noticed.
Well, it gets him noticed now because it's like before he was, it was like that, hey, dude, like we're going to go to a fucking costume party, dress up as a pro wrestler. He kind of had that kind of feel. Now he's just kind of, but my whole thing is, so he sacrifices himself. He's out. And then I forget how they got Jay out. But Jay threw, I think Jay just fucking probably blew a hamstring throwing 43 super kicks. So Jay was out. So we're down to the nitty gritty, and it looks like, Punk's going to go over. And I mean, rule number one is your money is always with the babyface chasing the heel. That's always where your money's at. And I guess from a standpoint of if you don't care if the heat is cheap, then yes, it was cheap heat, but I don't know what those fucking tickets cost, but if a ball shot was fucking the last thing I saw, could you imagine fucking Rock and fucking Hogan in Toronto? And
wrapping
Scott,
it up with a ball shot?
Scott would have slid behind the Rock with a ball shot?
Point well taken.
Yeah.
That did get Becky the opportunity to say gross ball sweat the following night on Raw, which I did pop for a little bit, by the way.
I know it was coming, though. It's like, I feel like George C. Scott and fucking Patton. Rommel, you magnificent son of a bitch. I read your book. It's like, I know everything you're going to say. It's like, it just feels so fucking contrived.
Right.
It was like the Ozzy thing. There's no reason to fucking go there. When you fucking, it's like, oh man, you guys are losers. The only people that are bigger losers than you are the Eagles. Here in Philadelphia tonight. Cheap heat, cheap heat, cheap heat. Like, come on, man. Where are we at?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
And you're the man?
Last week about that.
You're the man?
But this is written for these guys and gals, right? I mean, this is not her.
Well,
I still don't have a definitive word on whether it was written or not.
I'm sorry.
I shouldn't say that.
God, maybe fucking times have changed, but I think it's, what's the old saying in pro wrestling? It's better to ask for forgiveness and
Then
fucking
permission. Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
if something fucking sucks,
Just don't do it.
you should be able to fucking go someplace, shut your eye. Like I used to tell guys all the time.
Words
I'd
of
say,
wisdom.
they'd say, what's missing? And I said, when you fucking shift gears in your heat, I said, you're not shifting gears. I said, think about this. I said, go in the corner somewhere before your match and think about your opponent. And think about you coming home from the road and he's fucking on the fucking counter banging your old lady. And what would you fucking do to him? Because he doesn't see you coming and you're coming up behind him.
Smack him.
What would you, I would probably drop and hit him in the balls. Boom, yeah. But I'm just saying, like that, like I said, you have to put yourself in a position where, like what would you do primally?
Right.
It has to, nobody's going to sit there, like, Phil's not going to sit there and let her just run him down.
Yeah, I get it.
And I didn't feel that it was I mean, I wouldn't even give it a fucking a nod for a Tony, let alone fucking any kind of Academy Award.
I enjoyed. I have to be honest. I was engaged. I was engaged by her, and I think it was because of the close-ups. There was nothing being said that was particularly interesting or witty, other than just a regular wrestling
as I
promo.
Name 3 fucking highlights in the promo.
There weren't, but
Right.
ball sweat, gross ball sweat. But
if that's a highlight, man, like we're
well, that was the high spot of the promo.
That's pretty guttural.
But I did think she was engaging in her close-up. You mentioned Ozzy, and that brings to mind some feedback we got, Kev, on last week's show. Superman, oh man. Becky wasn't talking bad about Ozzy. She said she was the only good thing, and he had the sense to leave. That's not a dig against him, and Ozzy was self-deprecating anyway. He joked about his stuff.
Still too soon.
Too soon, right? Melissa Kronwetter. I'm new to the show, thanks to Vince Russo, and I'm really enjoying it. Kevin is laid back, knows his stuff, and is born again. I am as well. I agree with how Kevin feels about the Roger situation. He should have never been in the back in the first place. That whole thing is just kind of sitting there, and nothing's happened. There's no charges, and everybody and their grandmother has weighed in, so
well,
it's
I mean,
covered to death.
Why would there be any coverage on that when it starts the coverage of the press conference, news briefing, whatever you want to call it, of the victims of Epstein with
MTG was
with Green amongst them.
Yeah.
They go on and on and on, and it's like there are certain things in that promo. If we're gonna fucking talk about heat,
Trump's promo when he said
I'm talking about the women.
Okay.
And you're talking about. I told you this today when I was talking to you on the phone. When I was 17 years old and a senior in high school, I would not fucking touch a 14-year-old freshman. That was out of bounds. I mean, the difference in maturity and everything, it was out of bounds. So the fucking Brazilian girl that's holding 3 jobs down, that's coerced into this fucking activity, ages out because she's getting ready to turn 19. Like, I vomited in my mouth when I heard that. She aged out because she's now 18. and then we cut.
Well,
to
isn't this just a
we cut-
Democratic hoax?
Yeah, well, we cut to the president of the United States, who victim shames these women and says it's a Democratic hoax. I guess it wasn't quite to the point of being a witch hunt, but maybe we should give it 2 weeks. And
That's how long everything takes.
it's just like, so I guess when your mind is thinking of things like that on a daily basis, and how like Johnson is such a fucking cunt that he won't take a stance. Like, we have to realize that the America that we grew up in is never coming back. Ever. This is the new America. This is what we're a horrible fucking group of people.
Well, it's devolved into. It's not unlike the pro wrestling that we cover. It's riddled with questionable ethics, characters seemingly without morals, no upstanding. I think we were talking last week when we talked about Watergate. Oh, we were talking on the phone, I think, last week. We talked about Watergate and what the scandal that Watergate was.
It broke into the fucking the party's fucking headquarters. Wow. And you know what? That got fucking Nixon not only impeached, but the fucking Republicans walked in, led by Barry Goldwater, and told him, "You need to fucking walk, motherfucker."
Yeah. He was a disgrace
So
to the
you
party.
tell me that fucking you make America great again. That's when America was fucking great. When fucking your own fucking party fucking policed their fucking shit and told it was time to back the fuck up. Now, there's a lot of things that I can fuck. You know what? It's as simple as this. There's not a fucking human being in our country that has a problem with shutting our borders down. We all don't want fucking people running through our country. We don't want fucking terrorists. We don't want fucking criminals. So that should be a absolute fucking bipartisan 100%. Let's put something together on fucking paper, sign the bill, and this is going to be our immigration standard. We haven't had one ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. Work it fucking out. Do something. These motherfuckers, man, it's like, if you don't fucking produce, get rid of these assholes. Both sides. You got the Democrats sitting over there fucking, we wait till fucking midterm. For what? What are you going to do? Be outnumbered again? Like, what the fuck?
No, there's no killer. There's no killer in that party either. No killer instinct.
No.
No,
I had to get some politics in because what happens is I watch this overinflated market that hasn't been this fucking crazy since the Depression, where fucking stocks are so overpriced, and we're waiting on job numbers tomorrow. And I'm watching the Dow and I'm watching the S&P fucking go to record highs, and I'm thinking, like, this is going to fucking implode. We can't fucking pay our fucking debt to fucking China. They're fucking running a fucking parade that looks like weapons from Star Trek.
With Putin was Putin and
Kim.
And Kim and
yeah.
Zen.
Little bit different. Fucking when Putin got off in Alaska, and they put a B-2 over the top of him and had a couple of stealth fighters waiting for him. Fucking China fucking had an aircraft carrier come down fucking the square. I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. That's why I can't fucking buy Becky's shit, because I know what's going on in the real world.
I was gonna say.
I just can't buy it. It's fucking, it's like, really?
The Roger situation, the Roger Jackson situation didn't get you hot, in light of the Epstein
It's just,
commentary.
there's just so much fucking horse shit. And nobody, it's like nobody will do anything.
Well, we'll see if someone steps up. We have
Why?
3.5 more years.
Why would somebody step up? If you told me that shit could be this fucked up in 6 months, I would say, get the fuck out.
I agree. Yeah, the amount of time that these horrific, been in this horrific state and had this.
But at the same
fascism.
fucking, at the same token, it's America wants a fucking strong leader. America fucking wants fucking almost like a dictatorship. They want, that's what this country voted for.
Mm-hmm.
Once the fucking the Burning Man fell off the fucking bike, it was like.
But that's a commentary on I'm saying putting everybody in the same bucket here, but our inability to police our own ethics. You used to vote for, usually, you voted for the person who spoke to you, right? That most closely.
You mean not the narrative of your fucking local, your choice of fucking cable news? Because, man, I've been watching Fox News like a motherfucker.
I bet they're all over the Epstein thing, no?
Oh, man, that Epstein coverage, between the Epstein coverage and the fucking House not doing anything, and I mean, it's just like, it's. But I mean, at least down here in Florida, man, we're making sure the kids don't get vaccinated.
Good God. I mean, I saw that today.
But we did get a chance to spend $200 million, build a fucking makeshift prison, the Alligator Alcatraz, and then it fucking goes defunct. It's not going to be functional. They're tearing it apart. And now they're talking about the different contractors, like the person that provided the porta potties. $20 million. Do you know how many other bids there were for that fucking position? I'm sorry, none. Every fucking bid that was put in was singular.
Almost like
in other words, fucking, yeah. The Gambini family couldn't have done it fucking any better.
Some diseases that will be making a comeback in Florida, we can look forward to in this. The plague, actually, it's hard to believe, but Black Death is not just one for the history books. It is out there. Now, I don't know if an immunization would help that, but I read this today. I was very amused by that. But let's go through what inoculations over the past 100 years have rid us of.
Let's just start with polio.
Yes, polio, of course. Our life expectancy continues to go up for a reason, everybody.
Unless you're in Chicago.
Tuberculosis. Oh, D.C.? How's D.C. doing? I hear there's no crime. I saw a report where he said that
it's a crime we're spending $1 million of fucking
virtually
a day to pick up trash.
Tuberculosis, syphilis, scarlet fever.
Not in fucking the villages.
Yeah, they're already trying to bring it back there in Florida. They're wild, them old coots. No joke, though. There's very funny stories about that.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. There's so much syphilis down there. Fucking the ghost of Al Capone walks around.
Measles, mumps, whooping cough. No one can forget the things that used to take kids out before their 10th birthday. But we have forgotten about that because we're now no longer going to inoculate our kids against that. Legionnaire's disease. So those are just a few off the top that you can look forward to.
But is it still okay to swim in polluted water around the D.C. area with your family?
I don't know.
I think I thought fucking Robert Kennedy Jr. was gonna fucking get stem cells going and peptides, and this motherfucker is going back to 1912. Like, do people not realize that when you go back in time, shit sucks?
Yeah. But to your point before, I stand amazed and disappointed that we are so locked in lockstep with party lines that nobody will say it's great that the measles are gone. No one will just say, and there's no other explanation for the eradication of it. This was a small list, by the way, of many things that we no longer have to deal with. People dying, children, adults dying from. There's no other explanation.
Yeah, but you have to realize the fucking the optic.
Immunizations.
You've got to look at the optic. If you're fucking sitting there watching television, and I mean, I've been on this planet 66 years. Television's been a part of those 66 years. I have watched fucking film footage of the Jewish prisoners in Auschwitz. I've watched the famine in the continent of Africa. And I now watch the famine that happens in Gaza to the Palestinians. And I fucking think I got a pretty damn good idea of what fucking starvation looks like. And those fucking people are starving. Yet Netanyahu is saying that there's no fucking... It's like, at what fucking point do we stop honoring the fucking tokens that we got from backers in our lives to put us where we are now, to just do what Christ would do? Whether you believe that Jesus Christ is the Savior, there's enough literature out there. Christ was a good human being. Christ wouldn't let people be stoned. Christ wouldn't let people starve. It's like, where is our empathy? I mean, I watched last night on Fox News, and they showed this, like, it looked like fucking the Battle of the Bulge, the amount of tanks that they're moving in to fucking get ready for this next stage. And you've got like 10% of the fucking reserves like, fuck this shit. I'm done. I'm an American Jew. I'm going back to the States. Like, I'm done. And there was a video I watched. It wasn't fucking AI. And it was from the back of from a C-130 type cargo plane, and they were dropping planks on parachutes of fucking rations, and they couldn't fucking drop them because you can't drop the fucking rations where there's Israeli military fucking occupation. So that you can clearly see the tanks, because there's nothing there besides tanks and fucking 1 foot of fucking cement block that's left. I mean, they've done more destruction than 5 times Hiroshima. in that fucking area. And you see the fucking, it just goes on and on and on. And it's just this pulverized. And then out of that comes, and then Donald Trump still is thinking that he could make this the Riviera. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, how is that, like, even if it's a rib and it's a joke and it's a fucking smoke screen, it's like, God damn, man. Like,
No, I don't know that it was. I saw mock-ups and
I did too. 2 million people, they're going to give them $5,000 and some crypto and fucking, and do what? Send them to, I guess send them to Mississippi. I don't fucking know. I mean,
yeah, the state of affairs segment here on Click This. Things not getting better. It sounds very much like state of affairs we might have covered. What are we, episode 166? Maybe back in 125, 135, 140. Well, that was Scott, so we got to enjoy some beef and stories.
No, I mean, so I think in essence, when we watch this back and when the people watch this back, I don't think that they're going to see much of a CTE problem tonight.
No, you were very lucid.
Yeah, very lucid because I'm fucking pissed off.
You were pissed off.
And I hate fucking wasting my time covering something that's fucking a waste of my time.
Which is what?
Watching the a
Clash
bullshit
in Paris.
But I see. I'm crazy like this. I actually get up in the morning and I start with news. Then I watch the fucking markets, and then I go to the gym and do something for myself. Then I spend time with my wife, and then when she finally goes to bed, and she goes to bed fairly early compared to me. That is my time to watch and critique wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm fucking watching my wrestling, I want to be entertained. I'm not getting my fucking fix.
Right.
I'm not getting my fix right now.
Understood. Well, you know what? When you get up in the morning, you just gave me your regimen. You get up in the morning, you start with news and the market. If you added Magic Spoon to that morning, it might soften the blow from what you'll be seeing in the news. I've actually tried the reverse, Kevin, to be serious for a minute. I try not to. It's so easy for me for those to be the first apps that I open when I'm sitting there on the toilet or trying to peel myself out of bed. But it's bad. It's bad to start your day with what you know is going to be bad.
But don't you...
Emails, bad.
Don't you hope that, man,
what, Santa Claus is real? They're going to start with that. So what's going to happen? What are they going to show me in the news based on everything that we've been talking about? What's going to happen tomorrow morning in the news, Kevin?
I don't know. Maybe somebody of significance will no longer be with us.
Would that be good?
I don't know.
But while you ponder that,
it would definitely fucking shake up the old Yahtzee game if the chance was gone.
Chance. What am I talking about with Magic Spoon? Magic Spoon is something to get excited about. It's something to get out of bed for. It's something to put a little spring in your step when you get out of bed. Because the cereal I'm holding here, folks, every cereal, by the way, not just the frosted flavor that I'm holding, all of the cereals, high protein, 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, 4 grams of net carbs. The flavors, ones you remember, guys. Some fruity stuff, some cocoa stuff, and the frosted stuff I'm holding. They have the treats, the crispy, crunchy, airy treats, 12 grams of protein on the go, marshmallow flavor, chocolate peanut butter. I was a big chocolate peanut butter mark, but I'm kind of moving to the marshmallow now with that. Dark chocolate also, by the way. And the story of the season is the granola, okay? You can get $5 off this order at magicspoon.com/Kliq, or you can look for Magic Spoon on Amazon at your nearest grocery store. But if you want the discount, you're going to do that online by going to magicspoon.com/Kliq, Kliq, for the $5 off. Don't forget the treats. Don't forget the cereal. Don't forget the granola. And what they're all about, guys, high protein, low to no sugar. That's what we're talking about. Go to magicspoon.com/Kliq. Get your $5 off. Let them know we share the love. We shared the love with ya. Kev, we actually have some more feedback from last week. Matt Blah, 2 sentences. No sex in the champagne room, no marks in the locker room.
Used to be a rule.
Something to live by. And Posy8399 said, speaking of this Roger Jackson incident, similar situation happened in WCW in that Outsiders versus Nasty Boys match when SAG started punching Hall for real. Problem with that analogy, though, Kev, tell me if you agree, that's between 2 workers. 2 workers where something went wrong in the ring, which is a little different.
Yeah, and it was... Scott got a couple of teeth knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And fucking Jerry and fucking Brian had to deal with me the next fucking day when we went to the building and I was waiting out back with Sting's aluminum bat.
How'd that go?
Not good.
Did you, I know Scott was your boy, so understandable that maybe you'd be out there with the bat.
I told him that night. I walked in the locker room after it happened and swung the bat about 2 inches above Knobs' head. And I just looked at Scott and I said, just tell me. I was that fucking, I mean, I've got a dark side, and it was there. I'd have been more than fucking happy to just splatter their fucking brains.
Did you know at the time that they told Scott not to hit?
No, that's not what happened. Jerry was hurt a week prior to that at TV, and Scott fucking hit him with a chair.
Right.
I was there when Jerry told JJ, fucking my neck's fucked up. And JJ said, just fucking go out there. And I told Jerry after the match was over and fucking Scott hit him, I said, I fucking heard you tell him you were hurt and you got sent to the ring. In other words, dude, like you have them. I'm one of the boys. I'm not Office.
Mm-hmm.
You've got me in a deposition right now. They're fucked. You can. It ends up fucking waiting another fucking week, and then they fucking sue us. They sue us. Like 2 fucking boobs. What happened in fucking Shreveport is fucking Scott, a chair got thrown into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fucking bowling chair.
Right.
It was like that Brunswick bowling chair. Mm-hmm. Scott threw it. It fucking went from the lighting system, which was fucking archaic, the lighting system that barely covered the fucking ring in light, to fucking 2 inches outside of that, complete darkness. Jerry saw the fucking chair go through the lights, and then you could have hit him with more force and more direct, with the back of the chair hitting and the top of it being like a fucking hat. I watched the whole fucking thing. I mean, he fucking got clocked by that fucking chair.
Right.
Those chairs aren't fucking 3 pounds.
No, I know.
And fucking he slid in. I'm with Haku and fucking Barb, and shit's getting fucking live, and these two are starting to snug on me. Because we're in a fucking 6-man.
Right.
So it's like shit's going south quick. I turn around, fucking there was a table. I grabbed the table and put it over my head, and I fucking looked at Barbara and Haku, and I said, guys, man, get the fuck out of the ring. We had no heat. They just fucking, they powdered. They fucking respected the fucking gimmick. But if those guys would have fucking came at me, fuck, what was I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it was such a bad, but it got handled because when it came down to it, I'll never forget this as long as I live. Fucking, I said, just tell me, Scott, and I'll do it, man. Just tell me. And he fucking grabbed me by the arm and he pulled me out of the locker room. And I just looked him in his eyes and he was like my fucking beyond brother. And he said, Kev, Jerry thinks he's right. Jerry thinks he's right. Like, it wasn't with malice. He thought he had reason to do this. And I was just like he just extinguished that fucking so quick because he gave Jerry a pass.
Right.
That's the difference between pros.
Right. And in the lawsuit, they were contending that. So now they didn't name the company for making him.
Yes, they sued WCW. I think Eric Bischoff
Mm-hmm.
and the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. And then Jerry was the one that was basically suing because he was the one that was disabled. And then they had a picture of him go to Home Depot and put like 3 fucking doors on his shoulder and put him in the back of a fucking pickup truck. And you're like, disabled, huh? And we went to a deposition, and their attorney's like, and we want a non-disclosure. We're down at our table going, fuck you. There's no non-disclosure. You motherfuckers, you're being terminated. You got $150K. That's your settlement, and you're out of the business. Good for you. That fucking worked out great. You went from 500, you didn't make any money for 9 months, and now you're settling for 150. Well played.
Folks, you can join the live audience here by going to KliqThisTV.com, signing up for the 11 Soft Club. The many things you get. You get to be part of the pre-show here. You get to ask Kev the questions and ask Nash first choice. You're also now getting 20% off at KliqThisShop.com if you are an 11 Soft member. So sign up for that at KliqThisTV.com, and everybody else can go to KliqThisShop.com too. You're not going to get that discount, but you can go. Hey, Kev, how about a little Florida Man Jersey guy here?
God, it was fun. It's the never-ending show. How about not? How about we go to the next thing?
The next thing would be, you know how many people are going to be disappointed?
I could give 2 fucks.
The next thing is for me to remind everyone that it's the high spot of the show.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd much
rather do that than pick some fucking crackhead out of fucking New Jersey or Florida, especially one that's not vaccinated.
That was the story. Man riddled with syphilis attacks people in a Home Depot with an unwieldy cock.
In a measle factory.
High spot of the show means I am having a Delta 9 THC mixer, a Get Blitzed mixer, the Kliq This edition. I'm having a Sean's Blue Raz right now because I'll be going to sleep shortly after this show. So I don't mind sipping on this. If you like,
Shotgun one of those fuckers.
If you'd like to be your own mixologist, you can get the Delta 9 Sip and Syrup. Take a teaspoon of that and mix it with your favorite beverage for the fast onset of 5 to 15 minutes because nano-infused means it goes right to your bloodstream, bypassing breakdown in the liver. It's like alcohol. If you're in Maryland, you can go to a Stay Lit smoke shop, but for the rest of us, it's legal to ship from the Get Blitzed website to all 50 states without a med card as long as you're over 21. Right now, you can save 15% by entering the code Kliq, K-L-I-Q, at checkout. You got to go to get-blitzed.com. That's get-blitzed.com. Grab our drinks, the Kliq This powered mixers, Lit Aid mixers in the cans. You got Kev's Key Lime.
The key lime goes well with the lemonade drip.
Oh, you do a little bit of the little hydration combination action here.
A little combo. Get hydrated and fucking get a buzz.
That's right. Take care of it all. Go head over to Get-Blitzed. Thank you, Get Blitzed.
Hey, Mick.
This is a
Caught me, Mick.
All right, we're back. Kliq This, the Kevin Nash podcast. He's Kevin. I'm Sean. And beside me is something we've been talking about for weeks. It's our friends at STOPBOX USA who realize that responsible safety and accessibility are the two most important things for weapon owners. The box itself is revolutionary because if you own a handgun for self-defense, your storage you have a few options with storage, right? There are lockers, but what are you running into? What problem are you running into? If you have to fumble for a key, what if you're nervous? What if it's the middle of the night? What if you really need it? That's not going to work. Some actually have keypads with batteries. What if your batteries get shot? I got remote controls all the time that don't work because of the batteries. STOPBOX USA has seen the problem with being able to keep guns safe but accessible in case of emergency, and they've designed this groundbreaking solution, the STOPBOX Pro. With STOPBOX Pro, you never have to choose between security and readiness again. This patented system, it's a button system you see here, and with a configuration that you choose, you could use the default or you can choose a finger configuration with your 4 fingers and thumb, which instantly open the box, okay? And you could do it in the dark. That's the thing that sets this apart from all these other options I talked about with keys and batteries and all this other stuff. And once it's open, your weapon is accessible. You never have to worry about this not working. It's a mechanical system. Don't worry about tariffs also because everything is sourced right here in the USA. All STOPBOX products are proudly made in the USA in their own facility. For a limited time, you're going to get 15% off at STOPBOX when you use the code NASH at checkout, NASH. So head to stopboxusa.com. Use the code NASH for 15% off your entire order. Good news also, you can travel with peace of mind. STOPBOX Pro is TSA compliant, okay? Please head over there, stopboxusa.com. Code is NASH, 15% off. They're going to ask you where you heard about them, and you're going to say, click this. Boom, done. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All right, Kev, hashtag Kliq This. I'm sorry, hashtag Ask Nash is where we have gone for questions, but we have questions from the audience, questions from the house, like, who's up first? Part of our 11 Soft Club here. Ace Ramon, what's up with Matt Riddle?
No idea. I know he missed a show. No show to UK show.
Nothing come out about that yet, I guess.
As I always say, I just hope that he's all right.
Instagram, a wrestling historian. Mr. Nash, who was your favorite vanilla midget wrestler? Thanks in advance. Famous term. Term made famous by you.
Yeah, but I mean, that was just a troll.
What, saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get on with those guys? I'm sure you did, right? I mean, you were.
I get along with everybody to my face.
Next. Jen. Thank you, Kev, for much needed laughs. Hashtag September is a bad month with my mom's death anniversary and her birthday a week apart on the 9th and 16th. No.
My mom was born in September.
I don't know how many years ago that was, Jen, but that's, stays with you forever.
My mom was born at 36.
Mm-hmm. Passed away in December, right? I think, right?
December 27th, 1994.
Next item. Ivan's True Family Stories. My mother's mom passed on August 18th. She was not very nice to me. The last time I saw her in 2016, she cussed me out. I'm praying she's at peace. Am I right not to attend her funeral?
That's your call. I mean, I think that funerals are completely for the individual that's lost the person. I don't think that it's showing your respect. I don't think that an urn or a dead body knows who's there.
It's if you need it.
Yeah, if you need closure.
Right.
I think you've got closure.
Yeah.
As much closure as you're going to, I mean, I get so fucking tired of people telling me that you just got to stick in there. Time will heal all wounds. Yeah, come over here. I got a chainsaw with your name on it. Well, fucking cut your fucking head off and see how that heals.
Ace Ramon, do you think all the hate towards Sydney Sweeney is a work? I just don't get it. No, this is the problem with the liberals, is that they just go absolutely batshit bonkers. And
is this the Jane girl?
Yes, they need to create.
I never got it.
That don't
I just
exist.
never got it. I don't get it.
Saying a pretty girl has great genes is not a slam on anybody else that isn't that person. It's a compliment to the person and a play on words for the genes. Everyone needs to fucking get over it. This is the problem with our fucking party. This is why people are leaving.
Yeah, I don't even.
The woke shit.
I didn't even fucking. That news story went right. Like, okay. Yeah, that's like the guy on the fucking electric skateboard that's kind of in the way on the road, and it takes you a second to get around him. Like, once you're around him, there's never another thought of that motherfucker the rest of your life.
You'll never see him again.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you do, you fucking pray you got those Mad Max spikes on your wheels.
Kliq. This is a production of Butch and Sundance Media, produced in association with Podcast Heat, created by Tristan Nash, Kevin Nash, and Sean Oliver, producer Steve Kaufman, graphics by Dominic D'Angelo, title sequence and audio edit by Wesley Burleson, theme song by Dale Oliver, no relation, technical research by Tristan Nash, copyright 2025, Butch and Sundance Media. Kev, do you want to do another one?
So I want to make it clear that the out song is my son singing Sophia. So people always ask who is the artist that sings. That's my son Tristan. So
here it is.
Let us free. escalate. You've come to love me, but now I'm frozen in dead flesh. Oh, Sophie, I knew all along was a trick, but the customer service never answers a thing. Let us free to breathe in air we're supposed to breathe. Through twists and turns, you've come to love me. Now I'm cold, I'm frozen. Baby, we're broken, and the customer service never answers a thing. Yeah, the customer service never